So the Roblox Innovation Awards just opened up this year, and I decided to just do this quick video going over it, saying all like the games that were picked, and also just showing off like all the badges and like how to get them. And I am doing this on my alt account because yesterday, when I first found out about this, I ended up voting for all the games and getting all the badges. But then after doing so, I realized that I could have just done a quick video on this, so I just went onto my alt account. So in this video, I'm just gonna go over like all the game picks and just my thoughts, and I'll also show off like how to get all the badges. So yeah, here are all the event prizes. There's 5 of them. Let's go ahead vote first. So let's come over to this platform first. Best new experience. I ended up picking Forsaken on this just because it was the game that impressed me the most, or the newest game that impressed me the most out of these 4. I never played Steal a Brain Rot, and I don't think I ever will. I've been just trying to avoid these Brain Rot games. And Grow a Garden was it was a little bit boring to me. It kind of just felt a little bit like a rating simulator. And Dandy's World, Dandy's World, it's like a mascot horror game, but it was just, I was expecting it to be scary, but it was just not scary, and it kind of like in the horror aspect disappointed me a little. So I went Forsaken here. For People's Choice, I feel like Grow Garden is probably like the best pick to win this, just because so many people play this game. Like every update, it gets like at least 10 million players, which is insane. I feel like everyone's gonna vote Grow a Garden, so I didn't really just vote it. I wanted to vote some other games, so I went Forsaken again. Best UGC creator. I looked through all of these UGC creators, and Yoyas just had like the most stuff I liked. I just liked his style the most. Best video star. I have actually never heard of these 2 people. I've only heard of these 2 people, and I ended up voting Vinduli here because he at least sometimes appeared in my recommendations. And with Leah S, I was just never the target audience for a channel. Yeah, those are all on this platform. So let's go over to this one. Best roleplay and avatar sim experience. I never actually played these 2 games. I actually never seen this one. I've seen a little bit of this one. But I'm the most familiar with these 2 games, but I didn't vote Grow a Garden here because I'm not really sure how it was a roleplay and avatar sim experience. So I just ended up voting Brookhaven because that was the game I was the most familiar with. Best action experience. I went Flee the Facility here. I mean, it's just such a classic, and I've never actually played these other games, though this game does look pretty interesting. I may want to play it eventually. And this game just looks like a Murder Mystery 2 style game, so I'm not sure why they included this game, but not just have Murder Mystery 2 instead. Best suit experience. I don't really play shooters that often. They're not my type of game. But I went with Arsenal here just because I feel like it's another classic, and it's the game I have the most playtime with in all of these games here. Best RPG experience. I've never actually played any of these games, though I have always been interested in Block Tales. I do want to do a video on that soon, so I'm going to go ahead and pick it because this game looks the most interesting out of these 4. And then best horror experience. This was just kind of weird because none of these games were really that scary. I mean, I've never played Guts and Black Powder. That's probably another game I should do a video on soon, so I can't really say anything about this game. But these games weren't really that scary. I mean, I feel like Danny's World has the potential to be scary, but it just wasn't. And same with 99 Nights, except it just becomes less scary when you're faster than most of the creatures. Pretty sure actually maybe all the creatures. And I have played 99 Nights. That's actually going to be my next video. Hopefully I can get it out this weekend. It is kind of long, like 4 hours of footage, so it may take me a while to get uploaded. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. I'm just going to vote 99 Nights here. Okay, X. So let's come over here. Best simulation experience. I It was pretty close between Grow a Garden and Emergency Response. I ended up picking Emergency Response just because it felt like you did more in that game than with Grow a Garden. I never actually seen this game before, and just to impress, this is just another game that I wasn't really the target audience for. Best puzzle experience. I voted Pig 64 partially just because I'm biased towards Piggy and Minitoons Creations and all that. This is weird because there's so many like teamwork puzzle obby games on Roblox, so I'm not sure why they just picked this specific one. I've never actually played Jigsaw Puzzles. This is a game I've never seen before. And then Regretivator is also another game I should play soon. Yeah, I have not played this game. Best racing experience. Again, I've never really played much of these games. I'm not really too big on car racing games. The closest game I ever played to a car racing game was Jailbreak. I think I voted Vehicle Legends just because it's like I think the most familiar to me. At least the name is. Best sports experience. Yeah, again, never really played any of these games. I just voted Track and Field Infinite because I at least have done track before in real life. I've never done these sports. Best strategy experience. Yeah, there were some pretty good picks here. I quickly eliminated Conquer the World because I've never played it before. And then same with Expedition Antarctica, because I'm not really sure like how that's strategy, just climbing Mount Everest. I'm assuming this is the same game that we had to play in the Obby Battles, event. I went Dead Rose here just because I felt like you had to do more long-term planning and strategizing. So yeah, Forsaken, like there's some strategy in Forsaken with like, you know, the abilities and stuff, surviving the killer. But I feel like Dead Rose, you gotta plan more and, you know, strategize more. Best adventure experience. I'm just gonna point out, I don't know why an obby is here. I don't really know how an obby is adventure. Also, I'm just realizing they're calling all of these experiences instead of games. I mean, is it really a surprise? Not really. This one, it's just climbing Mount Everest. That's the adventure. I've never played survival game, so I ended up going with 99 Nights. Best party and casual game. I think I've never played these two games. I mean, I've actually never played this game, but I've definitely heard of it. I just went with Rainbow Friends here because this is like the only game that I've played with friends. I've never actually played this game with friends. I'm assuming this game could be fun with friends, but I've done Rainbow Friends with friends and it was pretty fun. Best obby and platformer. I went with Pig 64 because like when the Part 2 update released, getting all those like gold adventure badges was really fun, and they were a challenge too. Never played Regretivator. Again, I think I should play this game. And there's two tower games here, which I'm not sure why they didn't just include Tower of Heck here. I've seen like this game before. From what it looks like, it's like a bunch of different towers and stuff. This game, I'm not even sure. It just looks like a lesser quality Tower of Heck. Best survival experience. I just went with Forsaken because it is quite literally just a survive the killer game. As you can see, we voted for all 18 games and, you know, got the badge here. So that's all you have to do to get that first badge. But as I was saying, I feel like of these games, I mean, I've never played Creatures of Sonaria, so don't know anything about this game. But I feel like Forsaken is like the most difficult survival game here. So yep, those were all the 18 games. I did just show this, but yeah, we got the first badge for voting for all 18 categories. So to get the Interstellar Fishing Ore, we just have to take a picture at the photo area. So to do that, the photo area is just back here. This is like where you spawn. So after you vote, you'll just come back here. You can go like through this pool area, and you can see that camera over there. That's the photo area. If I can get up there. Can I not actually go this way? There we go. So yeah, here's the photo area. You just go here. I don't think you even have to take a photo because you just automatically get the badge. And then the next badge Actually, I will show this last. This one is very straightforward. You gotta go through one of the games, and I don't think I even need to show this. You can just, all these like portals over here, you just gotta go through one of them, and then after you join whatever portal you went through, you can leave that game, then come back to the voting hub, and you'll automatically get the badge. So yeah, these two I'll show now. This one, to get the wings, you just gotta find like 8 of these like crystal things. And the first one is actually here at the photo hub. So let's go ahead and pick that up. We'll have 1 out of 8. And so, something you may notice is like, you can't really see them at first. Like, you can't really see any. You actually have to go near the spawns for them to show up. So, you can just follow my footsteps. I'm going this way first because I know there's a couple over here. I think there's one on this platform, I believe. Yep, right there. So, and if you go near it, you'll have these like platforms that just appear. So that's pretty nice. We can go ahead and pick this one up. Now we have 2 out of 8. Yeah, it is easiest if you just like run around the map. And the crystals, they all spawn on just floating platforms. There's another one back here. Then, yeah, there are some on these back platforms. Yep, one up here. Platforms will appear. That person just, I guess they didn't follow the platforms. Yeah, you gotta follow the platforms. Now we can jump down here. A little bit of obby. Yep, and then the 5th one is gonna be over here. I'm having to do this all from memory because I did just find I found the crystals yesterday, but I didn't really note them down where they were. Yep, another crystal is gonna be over here. It's like next to the best UGC creator area. So that's 6 out of 8. And I know there's one over here. Yeah, so there's this crystal, so I'm missing one. Yikes. This should have been the 8th one. So I ended up missing a crystal. Alright, okay, so I don't know how I missed this. The last crystal is just floating out there. So it's basically on the right side of the spawn. You just gotta come over here, and floating platforms will appear. You can go ahead and just grab it like this. This is the 8th one, or this would be the 7th one, if you don't miss them. And as you can see, branched out wings. So now we have 3. So to get the Traveler's Cosmic Spyglass hat, you'll just have to go back to the voting area and go behind this like little statue thing. Behind it, you'll see this orb. When you get next to the orb, it'll spawn these floating platforms. You just want to follow them and don't fall like I just did. It'll lead you to another one of these orbs. Just keep following the platforms. Eventually, they'll lead you up there where they are, and that's when it'll give you the hat. It's just following these platforms. Yeah, this orb right here, when you get there, it automatically just awards you with the badge. So now we have 4 out of 5. The last one, all you gotta do is just join a game. We can go to like best simulation experience. And yeah, I'll just show real quick that this is how you get the badge. So yeah, once you join the game, you can go ahead, just leave and go back to the voting hub. Once you join back, it should give you the badge. Yep, right there. Now we should have all of these badges, all 5 of them. That's how you get all the badges. They're pretty simple, especially with the guide. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you all for watching. I saw you dudes in the next one. Bye!